Do a wee quick video showing you how to build a B&Q base cabinet. I don't read all the instructions all the time, but this is how I would do it. I'll lay the pieces out. This piece is upside down. Luna's helping me here. Luna's helping me. This piece is upside down, and then I'll lay the panels each side, left and right. So we see when you got a hole going through there, you know one of these boys fits. See that one there doesn't have a hole. So then you got a hole through there. Then you put that in to match. There's a hole for the dowel rod. There's a hole for the dowel rod. So them two match. That's your foot. Another dowel rod, another hole in there, dowel rod, hole for dowel rod. Then you got one of these wee catches. These are new different types of catches that I'm used to here. They work like a compression joint. So you don't bang them in with a hammer no more. You go in easy. And when you tighten a screw to that, it compresses the plastic and widens it out. Brilliant idea. And then your feet then going this way here. So that wee lip overlaps to take the weight of the side. Just push that in there. Oh. Luna loves DIY, don't you know? Oh, you do. But you get in the way. You get in the way. This is why it takes so long to do anything. See, you got a pup. I tell you, it takes ages. There's a few different things about this cabinet that caught me out. Some of it, they don't have to be as complicated. So there we are now, same again now. Where you got, oh Luna, you're in the way, Luna. Same again now. And each time I do a cabinet, you keep all the wee nuts and bolts in a separate wee tray. You won't use them all up now, because things like door hinges and all will be done later. These wee things caught me out here, but I'll show you that there. There's a left and right one of them. Never seen them before. So the wee circle goes in there now. You make sure you got the wee open bit pointing the right way, saves hassle. There might be a wee arrow on that, I don't know. My eyesight's going, so there might be a wee arrow telling you where you put it on. But I just look, there's the opening there. Oh, you know what? I'm right enough. So that goes in there, that goes in opposite that. Dowel rod goes in there. Dowel rod goes in here. I'll bang these in with a hammer. I'm just setting them in now. Dowel rod in there. And a wee blacky thing there. And the feet go in here. And the last wee foot goes in the middle in the front. One wee thing we told people might know about. I think I threw it in here. That's a handy wee gadget. It's not essential. It's not essential. That's a wee magnetizer. But I reckon an onion magnet would do the same. See the plus and the minus. If you want to get something magnetic. So if I go now for we'll use the wee say I want to pick up a wee screw here. See what's magnetic there? But if I run it through, oh, the screw's getting magnetic now. If I run that through the demagnetizer, and this here, drill, it takes the magnetic away. But see, that's not going to stick now. It takes away the magnetic. Because if you're working with computers and stuff, you don't want things magnetic. But if you're working with this, it's handy to put the wee screw in your drill and stick it in. So you put that through the positive side this time. And there you are, it comes magnetic. No batteries needed, it's not going to break. But I'd imagine if you had a magnet of a washing machine, did the same principle. Put the minus. Inside there must be two magnets. Minus there and plus is there, minus there and plus, I presume. I haven't broke it open. But I imagine that's all it is. So I'll screw on these feet here now, but I need two hands. Luna, keep an eye, make sure I use all the screws up. I've been using that drill for years for putting in screws, and I never used torque control. But you know what? See if you have torque control. I've had number 5. It is a lot handier when you're doing multiple things. If you're doing piles of things, it stops you because you can very easily over crush them there. But I say I don't over crush them because I know I can sort of sense by the feeling if it's when it's tight enough. But like I say, the torque is handy. You just tear at it like. You get the idea now, the magnetic bit. Frees up a hand. And the thing about torque control, you don't have to stop as quick as me, like you can keep going on, you see. That's probably how most people do it, is not used to using a drill. You get the idea. Crack about 2 hands. So I got my wee hammer now and tap on these wee dowel rods. You don't want to over bang these dowel rods or you bust the wooden outside, you go right through. Just tap on enough. So now we've got that done now, we turn our base around the correct way now. So I need to do a flip you over here. Need 2 hands. You have to set the front of the cabinet against the floor and the back up high. That's why I put this whole bit of carpet down here. Because you don't want the front getting all scored and all. Get your wee side panel. So it's almost 2 hands for this. So I'll just give you the idea. You line the wee boys up into the holes. This bit's not hard. Line them up to the holes and tap it on. I say you need 2 hands. I need a camera assistant. You get the idea. If you want to even use your foot, like, be brutal. There's no point in having steel toe caps and never using them. Another thing we have here, that's a very, very old screwdriver. Mess for banging with a hammer. That's years old. I don't know if you still get them. Brilliant for flat pack furniture. They fit these screws perfect. You see the size of the end, they're really big. And the thing I noticed about these new ones, because of the compressions, you turn them more than you would have done the old ones. So the old one, that would have been locked. But this one here, you go on, because that compresses that plastic clip. That's that side done. Do the other side the same way. The top bit in this here is a bit tricky to do. I wasn't used to doing the top bit, but I'll show you how to do the top now in a minute. Before I put the other side on, see this middle bit? This is different from what I'm used to, the way this is put together. Our cabinets years ago would have had a piece of wood across there. So this wee setup was a bit different. And because it's designed to be, it can go different places, depending if it's a corner unit or whatever. Then there's wee different markings along the top where you put the screws on. So, same again, you've got 3 holes here. One of them has a wee metal thing. So same as the last time, well, there's no metal thing, put in your dowel rods. And you got the wee metal thing, put in your plastic clip. And put your other wee metal thing in there. Now that goes in deeper, that goes right down this time. Where's the big screwdriver? Got to do the big screwdriver. You wonder how you can lose so many tools, wouldn't you? So that there goes right down into the hole this time. Because it's just set away in deep, you see. So I'll tap these in with a hammer. And that screws on there. Get the idea, like. If you do it with 2 hands, that's why I'm not doing the whole, I'm not going to show the whole kitchen, like. I'm only showing one cupboard, so people can compare it to a IKEA cupboard or whatever one, how they go together, whether you think it's awkward or not. So that goes in the gut. So you got 2 hands, it's easier. Lock that in then. Now what caught me out before was this wee back beam here. That wee back beam there caught me out not putting that in. So same again, put your wee clip on, You've all these things like holes up the top. You can't mind to go top or bottom. I still can't mind. I'll look, see what we do. In fact, it doesn't matter where you put that, because the holes go in the bottom. This here is for the screws to line up with this. So them holes have to be in the bottom. So that'll go on that way. See, things like that, you need to read the book the first time. I didn't. But so your wee black boy goes in there now. Dowel rod goes in there. So this wee bit now is a wee bit more trickier to set up. We're going to have to... See, I sort of done that wrong the last time, so I did. Made a mistake. You wouldn't think I'd make a mistake, would you? This can go on before the back panel. Once I get this on, I'm going to have to flip this up on its end. So I'm going to leave the phone down because I'm going to break it. I need to be able to support this button and flip it over as I do it all in one go. Just thinking there, it's actually handy to flip it over before you put this button on. I haven't patched this hole up on the floor yet deliberately, because I might run a pipe through there and run electric cables through. I want to leave my options open. So now that's done now, we get on this side panel. So I need 2 hands to put that on. And just everything pushes into place. And then I'll tighten them up then, tighten them wee screws up then once the panel's on. The top and bottom, I'll tighten them up once this panel's on. Just before we put the panel on, it's handy to put the back in. If you forget to put the back in, it doesn't matter, you'll still get it in. But it's handy to put it on at this stage because of the way they made it. You see the bit of wobble on the board and all that? So there's a bit of a footer getting the back in. So I need 2 hands for that, but just slots into place. So you need 2 hands to get the wobbles out. So I've that lined up now, ready to bang on. I find the hardest bit of this kitchen to build, and it's sort of stupid, and that's the back panel. The back panel is so fiddly. That's ready to bang on there now, like everything's lined up. But when I bang this on now, I've got to get that groove in there as well. And you spend more time poking about with that than you do actually. So you need 2 hands again to get this groove in. But you just play about with this back, see where it wants to pop out and all like. That squares everything up. And it's a bit awkward. If you're 2 people, one banging on top and one pushing this back and forward till it goes into the groove, it's half the work. So that's it in now. All to do now is tighten up these screws. But see, the time you learn how to do a new base unit, by the time I buy an old B&Q unit, could be another 15, 20 years, and it'll be changed again, and that's the problem. It's one of them wee things, they keep evolving. Some bits is better and some bits is worse. The backboard is a hassle. You see now them wee holes in now in the bottom. That's to line up this new batten now we put on. Should put the feet on now, you know. Put the feet on, they just bang on. Now this metal bracket, the holes are to the one side, goes to the inside of the cupboard. These wee blocks, there's a left and a right hand side block. The block is holding the camera. The left and right hand side block. Well,
look at the blade now, it's not out focus now, yeah.
They just push in. Just a push fit. There's 2 wee screws goes in there to hold them in place. Other one goes over this side. It's a wee bit tight going through the metal. There's the hole in the wee metal. It's the first time I've done it, it's the wrong way around. So it's a nice wee neat fit. Guys, you need wee glasses on. I'll put the screws in after. This piece of wood now, depending on what size of unit you're making, depends where the screws go. Ours goes in the middle. You focus on the wee hole there, Clarence. There's a wee hole there marked on the wood. See the wood? So it's easy to line up. Big screws for this.
Well, you don't need to nail that down for the back first.
No, it's in the back
Just
now.
the-
We're in the back.
Just the,
So here's your holes now in the back. And it's also marked on the wood where they go. If you bend it out slightly. Yeah. There's a mark on the wood. You can go enough there. I see the marking on the wood. So there's a wee marking on the wood. It's near the top of the wood, it's not the middle. I had to go through the plywood first. That plywood slipped out again. It's half on the plywood. Once a screw goes in, that holds the plywood in. So I had to go through the plywood first before going to the main wood. But there is a mark on it. It's hard to see. That's it there. So the mark is about up here. It's up near the top of the wood.
yeah.
And the last screw then is underneath. You understand, Clarence?
It's got to have that thing.
Holes in the bottom again, depending on where your beam is going. I'm going to the middle one. Oh, jeez, I'm maybe best do it myself. Like, I was saying about handy if I had a cameraman. I think it might be worse.
Oh, that's right first, Dave.
So that hole's not. You have to get through the fiberglass first. I can't actually see the markings very well today. I could see it better yesterday. But there's wee markings on the wood to get lined up perfectly. I'll torque up a wee bit.
Only one screw holds that all.
And then wee tiny screws go up here on the top. It's quite difficult when you haven't done one before. It's different from the other ones. These wee screws go in here then. The wee one on here is awkward to get at. Hand screwdriver to finish that off.
Yeah. You know, when you I love how this camera.
That's it now. Job done.
I just,
So I might have to redo this video on another cabinet to see how this turns out.